Hello everyone, welcome back to the Rooster's Den. I'm Jaime Hernandez. Today, we're upgrading one of the precons from the upcoming Secrets of Strixhaven set that just recently came out. But first guys, if you are liking my content, please do not forget to hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and it notifies you whenever I post a video. And also guys, do not forget about my secret layer giveaway. At the 300, 600, and 900 subscriber mark, I'll be giving away one of 3 Sony PlayStation secret layers: God of War Norris, Horizon Forbidden West, and Uncharted. But enough of that guys, you know what we got to do now. Let's get into the deck tech. But first, hit the music. Today we're digging into Dina, Essence Brewer. Dina is a 2/3 that you can cast for 1 and black and green mana that reads, whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Then she has pay 2 and tap, sacrifice another creature. You gain X life, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. Dina is a commander that turns every creature into value, every sacrifice into momentum, and every turn cycle into an opportunity to pull ahead. Drawing cards just for doing what Golgari already wants to do. That's not just synergy, that's inevitability. But here's the catch. Dina only triggers once each turn, so if we want to maximize the potential, we're going to need to get clever. Finding ways to sacrifice every turn, not just on her own, and squeezing every drop of value out of the board. In her activated ability, that's where things get explosive. Turning any creature into a massive life swing and pile +1/+1 counters means that we're just not grinding, we're setting up for a lethal threat out of nowhere. So today, we're taking this precon and dialing it up. Adding consistency, tightening the sacrifice engine, and giving Dina the tools she needs to dominate the table. Let's get into it. The deck has one planeswalker, and that is Professor Onyx. With her card draw ability and creature removal ability, she fits perfectly into the deck. Next we come to the creatures. There are 33 of them. They are Elvish Mystic, Haywire Mite, Viscera Seer, Blood Artist, Bloodghast, Jadar, Ghoulcaster of Nephilimah, Nether Trader, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, Sakura Tribe Elder, aka Steve, Sentient Sanguinist, Teacher's Pest, Umbra Caller Zealot, Zulaport Cutthroat, Braids Arisen Nightmare, Emeritus of Abundance, Gamora the Glutton, Moseo Vane's New Dean, Pawn of Ulamog, Pest Rescuer, Sedgemoor Witch, Spring Bloom Druid, Worn Soul Trader, Woestrider, Creekwood Liege, Eccentric Pestfinder, Emeritus of Woe, Guy Gnome Master Chef, Merchant of Venom, Pitiless Plunderer, Smothering Abomination, Defiling Demagoth, Rib Truss Roaster, Tendershoot Dryad, and Belladros Witherbloom. After that, we have our sorceries. There are 10 of them. They are Pest Infestation, Chain of Smog, Nature's Lore, Night Whisperer, Cultivate, Immoral Bargain, Ominous Harvest, Toxic Deluge, Culling Ritual, and Planner Engineering. Then we have our instants. We have 9 of them. They are Culling the Weak, Vampiric Tutor, Village Rites, Assassin's Trophy, Deadly Dispute, Infernal Grasp, Sheoldred's Edict, Crop Rotation, and Witherbloom Charm. Next we have our artifacts. We have 5 of them. They are Skull Clamp, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Felwar Stone, and Cauldron of Essence. Following that, we have our enchantments. There are 6. They are the Meathook Massacre, Awakening Zone, Bastion of Remembrance, Blight Mound, Feral Appetite, and the Moldervine Reclamation. Finally, the deck has 35 lands. Some of the main ones are Bojuka Bog, Cabal Coffers, Uborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, High Market, Overgrown Tomb, Underground Mortuary, Turbulent Fen, Vernal Fen, and Woodland Cemetery. Alright, now that we've tightened up the list, let's talk about some of the real stars of the show. The cards that turn this deck from a pile of synergy into a machine that could actually close out the games. First up, we have Pitiless Plunderer. And honestly, this card does everything we want. Every time one of our creatures dies, we get a treasure token. That means all of our sacrifice chains start generating mana, which lets us keep our engine going. Pair that with another free sacrifice outlet and a steady stream of tokens, and suddenly we're just not grinding value. We're chaining spells, rebuilding our board, and setting up turns where we can completely take over the game. Next up is Skull Clamp. This card is just absurd in this deck. Almost all of our tokens are 1/1s, which means we can equip them immediately and draw 2 cards, and keeping the engine moving without even needing a sacrifice outlet. This ensures we never run out of gas, and when your deck is built around sacrificing creatures, turning each one of them into 2 cards is exactly how you want to bury the table with advantage. Then we got Moldrine Reclamation, which is one of the cleanest payoff pieces in the deck. Every time one of our creatures dies, we draw a card and gain life. It keeps our hand full, pads our life totals, and works perfectly with Dina's game plan. This is the card that makes every sacrifice feel impactful, even when we're just chipping away over time. Of course, we can't talk about a deck without mentioning our draining package, Blood Artist, Zulaport Cutthroat, and Bastion of Remembrance. These are how we actually win the game. Every creature that dies slowly drains the table, and once we have a sacrifice outlet online, it doesn't take much to start putting real pressure on everyone's life totals. With enough pieces in play, every turn cycle can be enough to end the game outright. And finally, we have one of our cleanest win conditions, Professor Onyx, paired with Chain of Smog. Once we resolve Professor Onyx, we can cast Chain of Smog, targeting ourselves and repeatedly copying it. Each copy triggers Magecraft, draining our opponents over and over again until the table is dead. It's simple, it's efficient, and it gives the deck a very real way to just end the game on the spots. What makes these cards so powerful isn't just what they do individually, it's how they layer together. Our token producers gives us bodies, our sacrifice outlets turns those bodies into value, and our payoff pieces convert that value into damage. Once the engine is running, every piece feeds the next, and that's how this deck snowballs from a stable board into a winning position. And that's the deck. Dina ended up being way more than just a value engine. This build turns her into a full-on win condition. Every creature we play, every token we make, pushes us further ahead until the table just can't keep up. What I really love about this version is how clean it feels. Every card has a purpose. Either it makes creatures, sacrifices them, or punishes our opponents when they die. Once those pieces come together, the deck doesn't just function, it snowballs hard. If you enjoy this upgrade and want to see more Commander content like this, please make sure you hit like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what deck you want to see next. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Jaime Hernandez with the Rooster's Den. Talk to you soon.